Every kiss, every hug, let me stay in your
Hello and welcome back to Omery Junction, and today we are back in the loft once again. Apologies for the slight delay in videos. I've just been really busy with work and etc. I haven't been getting up here because I've been on earlies at like a 5 o'clock start in the morning, and I'm not a morning person, as some of you might know, and yeah, it's basically killed me. Now I'm recovered and I'm on late, as I prefer. So I've got some videos planned and I'm going to try and film in advance, so for the next week that I'm on earlies I'm a bit more prepared, as I wasn't that prepared this week. Right, anyway, I hope you enjoy this layout update. I'll show you what I've been up to. There's a lot more to come. I've just been quite busy doing other things at the moment, but I've still done quite a lot up the loft, so... Right, okay, so on to our first thing. As you can see, I've weathered my class 37. It's not totally finished. I think I'm going to add some grime around these front grills, either side of like the bonnet part of the 37. In total, I'm quite impressed with it. I haven't went for rust, as you don't get rust on things that are looked after mainly. And these would have kind of been looked after, as 37s are used quite a lot. So I've went for a heavy grime, as you can see. We've got like streaks going down, fading in the number and the logo, etc. And obviously we've got exhaust dirt. I went quite heavy on the roof. All my locos will be weathered soon, but I will not be going for full heavily weathered. This one might be the only one that I'll go for this heavy. The others will all be quite light, as they'll be quite well kept. As in generally, that now is a word. Trains were kept quite clean, except the roofs, where obviously the wash couldn't get up to, because obviously train washes on the sides, not on the roof. So that's what I'm going to try and replicate through my fleet, so look out for that coming up soon. Right, our Train Tech smart screens are still running all good, as you can see. They're all still running alright, so that's good. I love them, really do recommend them. They're great products. Over on the station side, I've got a couple more canopies, as I am currently sourcing more canopies, as you can never find them, and I'm not going to buy them brand new for £20 for 2 of them, so I think that's ridiculous. I got all these second hand at shows. I think I got all of these for like £2, which was a bargain. Then I painted them up myself. So I've got a couple more of these that I'm yet to paint to go on the end, so it'll bring this platform up a little bit longer in terms of the shelters. But for now I've just finished it off temporarily with some of detail impacts and whatever. But it will have canopies going all the way along, like this side. So we've got another nameplate from Narrow Planet. This one's called Dorothy. So this is the new name for this class 50. Right, I've installed mood lighting up in the loft just to make it look cool. It just makes your locos look different at shows. So when I'm like with Riverside TMD, you don't. Right, another thing people have said who have came up here recently about this, they never knew I had pigeons. So obviously I've got that pigeon to the left of your screen, and this one in this little workers wheelie bin thing. So that's another thing that people have came up, because I've had quite a lot of people visit lately and they've said you don't normally see on the videos. So yeah, like they said, mention it for other people's benefits. Plus also I've just realised I've added my benches that I bought ages ago that have been in my model shop of stuff underneath the layout, which is still quite full up of brand new stuff that's yet to go out, which I really do need to start putting out. Onto the station, as I said, touched on earlier, not much has really changed. We've got another signal box name. This one's just Omery Junction, and obviously we also have our TMD road sidings. We also have wired up this little ground signal, which you can just see. there. So that's all wired in. I've currently put my other, these are searchlight ground signals. The other one's there, but I will move it probably to just where that tip of the 37 is on the inner side, and it'll be the ground signal for coming out of that siding. And also this siding is brand new, if you may have been wondering. So basically, I thought I needed another siding on the layout for storage and just like a stabling thing to have a loco or a DMU in. This will fit a 2-car DMU in. So we've added this nice little siding, and it just makes this whole track plan of this area over here just fit in and suit much better. As you can see, it just looks better now. Plus I did do some alterations. As I've said, I've done a lot of track alterations, and now I've got it up to quite a good level of literally no derailments. But everyone gets derailments, so yeah, it's life. So yeah, this is our new siding, and then if we go to the other end, we've got our Train Tech buffer lights, which are there. Plus I've painted that buffer up red. And I have just realised that has kind of turned itself off. Okay, I'll deal with that later. I don't want to go on. And then obviously we've got our other Train Tech buffer light, which has also turned itself off. It's back on now. There. So that's that. In case you wonder what this is, I was asked this. Basically, it's going to be a whole brick structure going round with walls and then a roof going down, so you won't see a lot of this. You only see like a tiny little bit of this. It's a staircase going up, and it will have a roof, and similar to how EVR Junction did it on his old layout. And basically I didn't want another escalator because these are the mainly used platforms. This one would be slightly less used, so I thought stairs would warrant it, as obviously in the 80s and 90s there was a lot of cutbacks. So I thought, you know, just bring a bit of the period in by having a staircase and not an escalator. So yeah, that isn't finished. I am going to finish that soon, and I'm also going to have over roofs covering the escalators, like coming down, but I'm going to scratch build them. So you'll see them hopefully in the next couple of months done. Also, I've made a start, just a start, if I focus you in. We've got some Scan Model Railway Scenery brick paper. It's currently just mounted on just like serial packet card, or just card that you get in their kits, as you always get loads spare. Right, in the depot we've added these like train walkways, which go all the way along, as well as we've added these Scan Model Railway Scenery fences. So basically it goes all the way along. If we move this out the way, it goes all the way down to the hard standing. So down there, this TMD's got a lot more stuff I want adding to it. Just want to put that back on the track, as I'll drive it away and it'll cause a horrible derailment. So yeah, this TMD's got a lot more coming. We've just got kind of a bit of a basic level of stuff going down at the moment, but there will be a lot more to come. And also, whilst we're over here, if I show you this, this is obviously our Sentinel shunter. There is a Meet the Fleet video coming soon that shows all the fleet that we've got on the layouts at the moment. As well as there's a running session once again, which is going to be much better than the last one on Riverside TMD. And obviously this summer we've got Garden Gateway stuff coming too. So we've got a lot coming on this channel soon, so watch this space. But onto this shunter, we have nameplates added to it now. So this one's called David. There's a nameplate on each end. I wanted it on the front just to be different. As Sentinels, you never really saw nameplates a lot on them, but I thought, you know, have it on the front as it's a little industrial works locomotive, so I thought it could go on the front. Right, we have also recently weathered our bridge girders. This is with the salt weathering technique. If anyone wants me to do a video on the salt weathering technique, I can. I think that would be quite an interesting video. I think I do need some more of these for a bridge that I've got over near the canal, so it would be another good opportunity to do them. So yep, if you want to see a video on the salt weathering technique, please do let me know, and I will order the stuff and I'll film it and do it for you. And by saying that, if anyone else has any video requests of stuff you want me to show you how I do, or just general running sessions or whatever, do let me know. Or if you want to see more drone stuff, or if you want to see miniature railway stuff, any type of video that you've seen me do before, let me know, and I'll... Right, as you can see, we've got the start to a Hornby surface mounted point motor. I am currently sorting point motors, but I'm just trying to work out a way to do it so they're not constantly on and burning out the motors. But you need off on on switch, or an on off on switch. So yeah, I'm currently working out, as I've bought quite a few wrong bags of switches, so I'm gonna have to buy some more of the correct ones, so then you don't burn out the motors if you have it like constantly the point like reversed or whatever. So I'm still working out that. Onto this other residential area near Silky Sands. Nothing much has changed from there, except added a few figures here and there. Over to the church and the cliff lift and coming onto the countryside scene. Again, not much has really changed on this side of the layout. I think I've added some figures since last time, someone getting married, as well as we've added some tombstones as well to go next to the church. Right, so that's all that area. If we continue along onto our countryside section, not much again has changed, except we now have a signal. This is a Train Tech one. I've decided I'm going to go with Econ ground signals, as I think they are the best, and I think they're most suited for what I want out of this layout. And I will be going for Train Tech signals, like the sensor operated ones, so fully automatic signals. And I'm also going to get a block signalling DCC thing that will stop the trains at the signals automatically. So the signals are going to have a big part in the layout, and I'm going to have it fill up with all the technology that you can get nowadays with DCC that stops the trains automatically. I'm going to have one operating on its own, which will be on the furthest track, so it will stop. There's going to be more signals. I've only got a couple at the moment. There'll be one there, so it will stop, and then it will go green. It will go round to the station, go in the other platform, and then there'll be one waiting there, and they'll switch, and then the other one will do the same thing, and then go all the way around and come onto the middle track. So that's how I'm going to work, because it's quite a complicated, can't talk, complicated junction around here, as we've obviously got a point that goes under here that puts the two main lines and the branch line into two, so it can get across the grand suspension bridge. So the thing is with that, I'll have to make sure it's signalled properly, and I kind of automate the trains so they work very well with that. So that would be quite a nice little challenge to do, and I've already got helpers to help with that, so that's another plus point. So yeah, this is a Train Tech signal. If we move this train out the way for you, which to give you a better look. So I've got a distant home signal, so a green, yellow, red. So yeah, the Train Tech ones are quite cool. You get a detail impact. I haven't put the signal plate on yet, but I will. And yeah, they're really good. Just quite easy. Slightly fiddly. I haven't weathered the track or blended it in yet, as I literally only did it today. I'm going to blend this in a little bit more, but you have to just make sure these contacts are making a good connection with the bottom sides of the rail, or otherwise the signal won't go on. So that's a key thing if you buy them, to really ensure you get a good contact. And I propped mine up with a few little bits to keep them up, so bits of cork under it to make sure they make a good constant connection on that rail. Right, so this area, this hasn't really much changed. The farm, rural area, as you can tell. It's the same with the allotments, that hasn't really changed at all really. That's all still the same. Still got all the people working on their little plots and that, picking flowers. As we go along, again, I think I've added a couple more vehicles to this scene in the car park for the allotments, but not much else has changed. Again, we have another signal box with a name. This one's called Gibson Lane, so that's another one to differentiate us, instead of that one was called Scaledale Junction, which is quite a common one, because obviously that's what they come with if you buy the Hornby Scaledale signal box like I had. So it's always good to give it a little change up and make your layout signal boxes a little bit different to like the classic ones. Right, over here is a brand new area. We've got like a little network warehouse storage yard. This area still isn't finished. Plus I might switch the vans over to... Right, in case you're wondering, I have got some more fence to go here to separate the railway and this car park. I just run out of it. So I just run out the wheels kits for security fencing, so I've ordered for some more. That'll be coming soon. So that's what it looks like. It's what I've got running alongside my airport. It's prototypical vehicles. Got a Hornby Scaledale bus shelter, which I quite like. I think they look really cool. I've got a few of them, and then obviously we've got my ice cream van with some people buying ice cream. Also, we've got another good use for these static grass tufts I was talking about. You can make a nice like hedgerow, as I did here, to separate the actual supermarket building. All my buildings aren't stuck down. Okay, they might have been slightly, but they all come up, so if I ever want to put lights in, I can. So this is really another good use for these static grass tufts, as you can see, it creates quite a nice little effect going down the side of the supermarket, just separating the car park and the building. So yeah, I quite like that. That's one of my favourite newest bits. Plus also I've weathered the roof, so we've got little streaks, tiles, replacements and that, just to make it look a bit more weathered. So that's another thing I did. So yeah, this is the supermarket scene. That's not all finished. And then as we move along, we go into our industrial area. This is a Gauge Master sticky road or knock. I can't remember. I really can't speak. Can't remember who makes it, but it's one of them, and they're really, really good. I can't recommend their roads enough. Literally, you just peel it off like a bit of paper and then just stick it down. And you can do like curves, as you can see, if you cut it right, and it creates quite a nice, easy road. Yeah, that's what the road is. As someone did ask that the other day. I've also been adding like little pothole fill-ins from where people have done work on it. Got some people working here. That's a Woodland Scenics range. That's some of the bits that I got from New York, these figures. Round the back we've just got a bit of a waste ground that will be added on. I've got some interesting stuff that I'm going to put on there. It's going to be like a building site. Moving along, I've got a bit of a car garage theme going on, so that's like car parts mechanic centre. We've got our big burger. That's literally stayed the same since it was put down. Right, under this mass pile of vehicles is our canal. This we're going to do a series on improving existing canal scene. This is still part, obviously, the countryside section, so we're going to make sure it kind of still is quite rural. We've got a couple of new buildings. This is someone I know's favourite area. This is the pond area. This is a pond I made, and I'm quite happy with it. It's got fish in, swans, and I've got like a static grass flower field, like a bit of a nature garden just there behind this pub hotel. So that's that area. And then going in front of like the pub, you got some seating, people having drinks, chatting, and basically having a good time. That's a van delivering stuff to stock them up with all their alcohol and whatever. Moving on, we've got a very nice Route Master bus, and the cars parked. We've got more of the same static grass tufts from the same person I spoke about earlier, so they're very good. Moving on to the bridges, the suspension bridges on the layout. Not much has changed in this area. We are still yet to do the embankments coming down either side. At the moment I've just put this temporary scenery at the bottom, which does look okay. I might even have a brick wall or something different this side, but this side's going to have a nice slope going down to it, but that's no rush to do that at the moment, as I currently use all this water to store like my TV remote and mainly screwdrivers and stuff on, or trains. If I'm having a running session, I normally store them on here. So yeah, this is not overly high priority. We've got our S&T training facility. I think this has been done since the last update. This I'm really happy with. I think it looks really cool. We've got a signal, 1980s Bachmann figures. They're brand new out, so if you're modelling 1980s, 90s, them figures are really good to use. So them ones, as they don't wear the full high vis as they didn't in that time period. Whereas it don't really matter if they're wearing full high vis, it depends how bothered you are. But I thought especially just for there, they look quite cool. So we've got quite a nice area here. We've got a street lamp that's wired in. It's not on at the moment, as it's on a timer that comes on during the evening, even though it's not like nearly always dark up here, or the same lighting, but I've done it just realistically. So it'll come on at like 6 and then go off at 10. So that's with that. That's quite cool. That's just on a like standard timer underneath the baseboard. Moving on, we've got the car park. It's got the Scale Model Railway scenery, tarmac stuff. So this stuff, so like the tarmac asphalt stuff. That's the word. That looks really cool. That's all looking quite good, this area at the moment. So if we move on to our other little residential suburban area, we've done quite a lot on here since the last update. We've added a lot more detail and vehicles. We've got some nice prototypical vehicles now, such as a Ford. I believe this is a Ford, a Mark 3 or 4, Mark 1 or Ford. I don't know, Cortina. I have no clue in cars. Someone tell me, just so I know if I did get it right or not. I know that's a Capri. That's probably. And that's a camper van, but I'm not a car expert. Right, so anyway, we've got some very nice knock Gauge Master plant pots, which are there. They've been put out in various places along the layout, so we've got some quite pretty flowery back gardens with stuff in there. Same with there, we've got some sunbathing. And then obviously we've got this garden. I think this is my favourite garden that I've got on the layout at the moment. It looks quite nice, got a nice tree in it, someone working under it, and plant pots and static grass tufts. Right, Silky Sands, nothing much has really changed on this. Still got all the beach. I've added a few more beach people to it, as you may tell, but apart from that, that's still all the same. I came under to show you this is my model shop. So it's full of all brand new unopened stuff. So if we down here, we've got various stuff which is yet to go on the layout. I wanted this so I could stock up on stuff, and when I go to model shops I kind of stock up on stuff that I might need, just so I have it. So we've got lots of glues, though I prefer having a stock of things so then you don't really run out as a lot. So we've got this brand new, this has only just came out, a VW RAC van, which is quite cool. They're brand new out, so I was quite lucky to pick that up at John Dupfield. So we've got vehicles in here, scenery stuff, point motors, electrical lights. We've got absolutely loads of stuff still to go out. So this is where all my new stuff goes. Obviously the drawers pull out and they go back in. I've got all my point motors in this one, so lights, and got loads of stuff still to go out. So yeah, that's another job to do. But yeah, this is my model shop. I bought this unit from Robert Dias, and it was quite a bargain. It was only like 20 quid, and it fits my purpose of what I wanted it for perfectly. In these ones, I've just knocked over a light, so that's why I paused. We've got carriages, rolling stock. So in there you've got more. So I've lined it with either bubble wrap or sorry, I just knocked you, or non-slip mat, and they're all in there. That goes all the way down, and we've got some more over this side, and that's the same. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.